Hi everybody, thanks for popping on. So I thought I would jump on and show you how I do my makeup. I just turned 48 a couple of weeks ago, so it's really important to take care of your skin first before you apply any makeup of any kind. That's another video that I will definitely do and show my skincare regimen. I do use the Kunza wand though, and I do have a video about that, so feel free to watch that. That is one of the steps in my skincare regimen. So I am just gonna get to it. First thing you want to do after you've cleansed and toned and moisturized is you want to use a primer. And this is actually, you're gonna laugh, but it is a men's aftershave, which is amazing and it smells good. You just need a little tiny bit, and that is what I use. So I'm just gonna, and it just makes your makeup go on so smooth, and I just really like it. Now the next thing that I do, and I know I have to say that I am a licensed cosmetologist and I have been for years and years. I'm not a makeup professional, so this is just what works for me and what has evolved with my age, because it's something that you continually want to change all of the time. However, I did used to work in the cosmetic department for Clinique at one time, and also for Estee Lauder. So this is my concealer, and I love this one because you just push the little button here and get a little bit to the tip, and it has a built-in little sponge. So less is always more when you're well into your 40s, so be really careful. You can always add more, but you want to really just do your concealer in the centers, because that's usually where we get dark. For me, I'm especially dark right now because it's allergy season and my allergies are really bad, and my dark circles just get really bad right in this area. You want to avoid out here because that's where our fine lines are, and the more stuff that you put on your fine lines, the worse it's gonna get. It just doesn't look good. And I have a few breakouts right now as well, and after I'm done I'll go and just kind of touch those up as well. But this is just an everyday look. I do this super quick. You want to kind of pat your eye area. You don't want to pull. I know I should probably use sponges to apply my makeup and all that stuff, but I just could never get used to using a sponge. I just always use my fingertips. I am sticking with the same color, and then I just use a bronzer to add color. I did do my self tanner today, and for that I like the Jergens. It's like a mousse, and it just goes on so easy. Yes, sunless tanning mousse. And if anytime you want to look in the description and find all the products that I'm going to be using, feel free to do that at any time, because I know firsthand when you're looking through YouTube and you're watching a video, if things don't get going quickly, yeah, I think the stats are like people usually watch about 3-4 minutes of a YouTube video and they're moving on to the next. So I understand if you have to go, it is totally fine. I won't take it personal. And again, you can check out my recent blog post or in the description all the products that I'll be using today and I just use on a regular basis. So I use the Bobbi Brown foundation. It has an SPF of 15, which is really, really helpful and really, really important to me, and it should be to you as well. Your foundation or something that you put on your face, your moisturizer, should definitely have an SPF of some kind. So I'm moving on to my bronzer now. This one is by Bobbi Brown as well, and it's called Golden Light. And I just kind of circular motions all over my face first. And then another great thing, if you're well into your 40s, if you want to use a blush, is to use a cream blush. That works really well also. But for now, I am just going to use my bronzing powder. And then after I do my whole face, then I'll kind of focus right in these areas, you know, my cheeks where you would normally apply blush, and then I might kind of blend it down onto my neck as well. So that is that. And then I always prime my entire lid, whether I put eyeshadow on or not. It's just a great base over top of, if you did put any concealer. I love to just put a eyeshadow base from lash all the way up to your brow. And it will also kind of keep your eyeliner from getting up. You know you're getting old when you put your eyeliner on. You put your eyeliner on and you have a line up here, you know, from just opening your eyes, because that's how you know that your lids are falling, which is very unfortunate, but we just have to embrace it. And like I said in my blog post, I think growing old is just definitely a mindset thing. So after that sets a little bit, I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows real quick, actually, before I do my eyeliner. And I love this one because it's a super fine point, and you just do little tiny strokes. Now your brows can be everything. It just shapes your face. Now as we grow older too, our eyebrows get very sparse. So we do not have as many brows to work with either. I don't like mine real thick. I just kind of, you know, fill them in just to give me a lift. And I have one brow that's much higher than the other. So I kind of try and, you know, even them out this way. But I don't like to go too dark either. This is a very light, soft blonde is what I use. Now I'm going to go on and just kind of line my lids a little bit. I like to, you want to, as you get older, you want to mainly focus on the top lid. And you don't even necessarily have to go do the entire lid. Even just going halfway and keeping it thicker towards the outer corner is perfect. It just kind of gives you a little bit of lift without too much eyeliner, because when you've got too much, it will kind of make your eyes look smaller. I should probably be using like a brown or a dark brown, but for me, I just like black. And I don't know if it's because, you know, I have blue eyes. I just always don't feel like a brown is quite enough. So again, just past your pupil to the outer corner. I hope that you can see this. Just little strokes, and you want to get as close to your eyelashes as possible. And then you can make the line a little bit smaller towards where you're ending it, again, about the middle of your eye. I'm gonna do the other side quickly here. Again, feel free to look in the description at any time for any of the products that I'm using. And please, if you have any tips yourself, I would love to hear them. So let me know in the comments if you are also well into your 40s and you have any makeup tips for me. Again, less is more. And I really just kind of focus the bottom just towards the outside, the outer corner of my eye as well. And you want just little strokes like this. It doesn't have to be a hard line, just really, really soft. Always soft when it comes to as you get older. And as we get older and older, we should always be changing the way that we do things. I think that's really important too. I love this particular liner because it does have, you can soften the line a little bit if you need to. And that's that. Now we are going to jump on over to a little bit of shadow. I don't do a lot of shadow, and you don't have to. For me, I usually do just a little tiny bit, and I'll show you what I do. I use this color right here. It's very, very kind of a medium. It's not too dark. Now, if I was going out to dinner or something like that, something for evening, then I would definitely do some of the darker colors. But for this, I just use like for a everyday look. And I look straight on into my mirror. And I just don't go crazy, but I just kind of dot on, kind of like blotting and just creating a crease. I do not like to put any shadow on the lower lid because to me it kind of closes up the eye, and I like wide open bright eyes. And I think that's really important as you get older, you know, to brighten up your face as much as possible. And that's really why I like that eyeshadow primer, because that one, you can get colored primers, but that one in particular, it's a nude, but it still has a little bit of color, and it just kind of, see how I'm doing that? I don't do this, but I look straight on to see exactly kind of where I want that crease to go. And I can almost do this with my eyes closed because I know, and it really just kind of lifts the eye. And especially if you've got this lower part of the lid, you know, lighter, and then you just add a little bit in the crease to create a little bit of definition and open the eyes up. I love this mascara. I try a lot of them and I always go back to this one, and this is the L'Oreal Telescopic. I love it because I love the brush. And as you can see, it's hardly a brush. And that's why I like it so much. And for me, and what I recommend for you is to really just focus again towards the outside of your eye. So I'm kind of sweeping out this way. Now I also recommend to curl your lashes, but those eyelash curlers freak me out, so I do not use those. I don't know what it is. I think I've pinched my skin at one time or another over the years, so I think that's why they freak me out. So what I do is I will do one coat of mascara, and then when it dries, I will push my lashes, kind of push them towards my eyelids, and it kind of curls them. And I'm sure I will be able to show you how I do that, because I'm going to apply some lip liner and gloss and we're done. I do not put really, if any, hardly ever mascara down on the bottom, because it just, again, it can just end up down here. And as we get older, we've got more stuff going on. We've got more puffiness and just looseness, loose skin, and it's just, again, less is more at this point in my life anyways. So unless I'm going out for a night or something, I just leave it just like this. I do not put any mascara on the bottom lash. This MAC lip liner is my favorite also. It's pretty neutral, but it's one that goes with so many different colors, whether it's a darker lipstick that you want to wear for night. Like this would be one that I would wear like at night, but for every day, I just use this, I think it's Revlon gloss. And then what I like to do, again, not a harsh line, I kind of fade the line into my lips. And like on the bottom, I'm only putting it here, not way up here in the corners and stuff. I just kind of do this to accentuate my lips a little bit. That's another thing. As we get older, our lips disappear. All kinds of crazy stuff happens as we age. But again, we deserve these wrinkles and all this stuff. So I say just embrace it and enjoy the process. So here we go. I am going to show you what I do with my lashes. They're still a little bit wet, but I just go like this and curl them that way. And then I might do another coat of mascara. Like I said, I have a couple of little I have a broken like capillary right there, so I might just, as I'm done, gosh, I really have a lot of little, I do not have a period anymore, to be honest with you. So I do still break out though when I think that I would have had a period, which I think is right now actually. And then I'll just take my brush again and finish everything off. So that's about it. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. I think I'll probably next week will be probably my skincare routine, and then I've got some hair videos coming soon. So thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope to see you next time. Have an amazing day.